G'day everyone, Jason Nunn from Fisherman's Warehouse Marine, Sweet Street at Warners Bay, your Newcastle Honda marine dealer. And we're trying to beat the southerly guys down here at the moment, Elibana. It's just starting to kick through. It came through Sydney this morning and gusting up to 30 knots. And this is what's going to happen today, being Thursday. It'll blow southerly right into it, and then tomorrow it slowly backs off into the middle of Friday. Saturday, in between these two southerly fronts, because there's another big southerly change due Sunday. So Saturday doesn't look too bad. Maybe the possibility of some light showers or thereabouts, but northwest winds, believe it or not, Saturday morning. So the southerly doesn't kick in till Saturday night into Sunday. So Saturday not looking too bad for the estuary, possibly offshore, and maybe on the inshore reefs, but that's about it. I think it's all going to rely on the estuary at this point in time. Full moon coming through next Wednesday, and this weekend's tide, Saturday, about 20 past 10 in the morning, low tide. And it's not a real low tide either, guys. It's in around about 0.6, 0.7, and a high tide at 5 p.m. in the afternoon. A really good tide, and with that next southerly change on that tide, a great opportunity to get out there and tackle some of these beautiful fish that are in the lake. We'll start out wide first. A few guys did venture out last Sunday, heard of a striped marlin getting caught south of the southern canyons. So this is what we're talking about. The water out there at the moment in and around about almost 21 degrees in patches, and longliners working out off our part of the country. You know, probably back of the canyons to the southern canyons, in and around about that 450 fathoms, a few set lines running through. Indeed, looking for those yellowfin. A couple of reports. Brad Dalton gave me a call, texted me yesterday actually, fishing the day before. Seen a marlin out in that sort of depth in around about 350 to 750 fathoms he was fishing. Marlin tail walking up through the front, so fish are active, a lot of bait out there, and did see some yellowfin busting up fish. He estimated in and around about that 30 kilo mark, which is particularly, that's the sort of fish that's out there at the moment. That's probably what the longliners are doing. Didn't catch any fish, and this is what has been going on. I know a few of the boats did go out on Sunday, seen fish, seen lots and lots of bait, lots of slimies, frigate mackerel and alike, but didn't actually get a result. Over the next few weeks, we'll see how it develops. That upwelling is still there, looks entrenched off our part of the coastline, but that zero line right the way through mid and southern canyons today, I've checked it out, looking good. Just got to wait till probably next week before we get out there. That is exactly what's happening in on the farm. I don't think we're going to get there this weekend, maybe Saturday if it calms down quickly enough. But snapper on the farm, Kings South, and the inshore fishery, small tail of trevally, some nice reds, and of course plenty of blue spot flathead, which you would anticipate at this time of the year. And look, that interchange of that system through Saturday, I don't think it's going to be too bad, but tomorrow and probably this afternoon really going to sort of like gust up. A lot of salmon in the system, seen some great footage there of salmon on the seaward side of the bridge early in the week, in front of the, basically on the blacksmith side, just thousands of them. And that is exactly what's been happening. Coastally off the beaches, lots and lots of salmon. Down on the rocks, the same thing. But the estuary itself at the moment, in the channel, down through the Air Force Channel in the lake, is just choked up with big Australian salmon. There is, you're spoiled for choice if you're a salmon lover or get out there a bit of sports fishing. Looks fantastic. But September, the build up to the moon, we certainly haven't been let down in the estuary. There is a lot of very nice reds in the lake at the moment. Fish up to probably just a bit more than 50 centimetres in length, but a lot of fish, that 35s to 45s, getting caught in the lake at the moment, and a lot of mulloway, and they'll build into next Wednesday. And it's great to see a real variety of sizes of fish too. Some fish just 70s, maybe a few unders, but fish up to a metre or better being caught. Lures throughout the day, definitely, and baits, particularly if you can get some of those lake squid of an evening. But it's really come alive, and this is typical of September. There are a few nice tailors still around, and they're obviously going to mass up on this coming up to this full moon, but a lot of fish 35s to 40s, but there are definitely patches of fish there 45s to 50s, and there's a few reports coming through. I was about to Hilly this week, some nice tailor at the backs of the islands there, been a few brim, not getting too menaced by salmon. And I spoke to my good mate Wayne Flanagan a couple of days ago, Got some really nice flathead, nice mulloway, and a few nice tailor in the lake. And that central part of the lake, probably Swansea up to Valentine, in that middle area there, I think is fishing a little bit better than further south, and probably up Elibana way up even towards Warners Bay, not as much. But that Toronto area there, some really good reports this week. Bream, flathead, snapper, and of course mulloway, which is fantastic to see mixed in, so that you're spoiled for choice in the estuary. I really do think that possibly tomorrow afternoon late, as that southerly starts to abate away a little bit, but Saturday in particular, before the next change, the lake itself will fire up. There's been some beautiful crabs getting caught, the southern end of the lake, and even up north here, starting to see quite a few blue swimmer crabs around, so things are looking quite good. I don't reckon you'll get to the rocks this weekend, guys, maybe Saturday afternoon on that tide, but drummer in particular this time of year, luderick, and of course some very nice bream. Now, with these southerlies, if you're a shore-based angler, areas like Salts Bay do present themselves quite well, so those early tides, at 5 a.m. high tide Saturday morning and in the evening, a great opportunity to get down along Saltsea and work some of those edges. But as we've seen, a lot of the shore-based activity down through Thomas Humphrey Reserve, Coon Island, all that over the back there, Pelican and the like, really does offer a lot of good angling for the shore-based guys. Still plenty of luderick around, but I think maybe into Lucy's probably a little bit better. But I definitely know, Port Stephens and in throughout Newcastle, some really nice luderick still in the system. We've just got to toughen it out, guys. I think that's what it is. The wind's now starting to get up a little bit down here now. Saturday, we're going to get a little bit of a reprieve, but I think next week's looking good. Spring's here, that is for sure, and we'll talk to you next week.